The pipe is leaking! The pipe is leaking!
Bill could read the thoughts of his waitress, who wore too much eye makeup and had no self-esteem. Outside, horribly deformed birds checked their voicemail.
I am made nervous by a clone
I'm a
that
little
grows beneath my
princess,
closet.
Pipe is leaking!
Yeah, this seems like a good thing to make a video on. Breaking news! A new episode of Let's Be Frank starting now! Hello all! Are you ready to be disturbed? Because today's episode is all about a very strange and a very odd, it's hard to even put it into words, but just a very weird and disturbing movie. And the title of that movie is It's Such a Beautiful Day. Sounds harmless enough, but I can guarantee you it really isn't. Honestly, I don't even want to spend too long talking about this movie because I don't want to give away too much information. I want you guys to go and watch this movie for yourselves. It is such an experience and it makes you think about what you're seeing, and it makes you question whether the last 20 minutes of information that you were just given was even true, and if everything you're seeing is reality, or if through the eyes of the main character you're seeing what's going on inside their head and how messed up things are.
He began to think of people in a new light, how everyone's just little more than that frightened, fragile brainstem, surrounded by meat and physics, too terrified to recognize the sum of their parts, insulated in the shells of their skulls in lower middle-class houses, afraid of change, afraid of decisions, afraid of pain, stuck in traffic, listening to terrible music.
Am I making sense? No. That's okay, because that's pretty much the theme of the movie. Things don't always make sense. You're constantly questioning what's going on the entire time and always trying to figure out what's going on. Sometimes things are given to you on a silver platter and you get to understand everything perfectly. You learn people's names, who they are in relation to the main character and whatnot. But sometimes you're given information about characters and you think, that doesn't seem quite right. Or maybe a little bit down the line in the movie, the character changes a little bit. And it's up to you to decide what's real and what's fake. And what information is given to you to trick you, and what information is legit and should be taken as fact. Like I said before, I'm not going to give too much information about this movie. I only want to show a few clips from the beginning, simply because this is a movie that must be experienced. You know, when I first heard of this movie, this was like 3 years ago, I was told about It's Such a Beautiful Day from a friend of mine. And before putting the movie on and letting us watch it, she made sure to let us know that this movie was going to, and these are her words, she said that it would make us question reality and what's really true, and she said it would make us void of emotion and we'd have a hard time getting through the rest of the day. And, of course, in the beginning I rolled my eyes to this, It all sounded a bit over-exaggerated, and I'm like, okay, it's just a movie, it's only an hour long, how bad can it really be? It definitely had an impact on me and everybody that was there. After the movie, we all went on a walk just to clear our heads, and I don't think I talked for most of that walk. I was quiet and I just kept thinking about what I saw and trying to put the pieces together in my head, and I was just kind of monotone for the rest of the day, and I'm being completely serious. That was my reaction to this movie. But I hope by this point I've piqued your interest and you're a little bit more interested in this movie than you were at the start. So because of that, let me tell you a little bit more about the movie. It's Such a Beautiful Day is actually 3 different short films all put together. Each of these short films have their own titles, which are Everything Will Be Okay, I Am So Proud of You, and then the third one is what the combination of shorts as a whole is called, and that is It's Such a Beautiful Day. Now, all these short films are about the same man, his name is Bill, and about his life.
On the way to the bus stop, Bill saw somebody he recognized walking towards him, but he couldn't remember his name. He began to think of things to say when they'd be close enough to acknowledge each other. As they drew nearer, their eyes locked, uncertain if the other was going to stop to talk. The person greeted Bill, as Bill mixed up the phrases, "What's up?" with "How's it going?" Confused, the person blurted out, "Thanks," before he knew what he was saying. Words caught in Bill's throat, and he replied, "Way." They did a sorta awkward half-turn, and then continued on, now confident that the other was not going to stop to talk. They never saw each other again, and a day later had each forgotten the whole thing.
That's all I'm gonna give you. It's about his life, how he sees the world, and about what's going on up here, if you catch my drift. It's Such a Beautiful Day, all 3 parts were written, directed, made by the same guy, and his name is Don Hertzfeldt. Here it is on the screen, boop, here it is. This guy, this isn't the only stuff that he's made either, these 3 shorts. He's made other shorts, like one of my favorites, which is Billy's Balloon, I believe it's called. The best way to describe this movie without giving away what's going on, I'm going to let Wikipedia do the explaining here. Here's about how Wikipedia kind of sums it up. It's Such a Beautiful Day is an experimental, dark comedy drama animated film directed, written, animated, and produced by Don Hertzfeldt as his first feature film. Now, of course, those were originally 3 separate shorts, as I mentioned, that were shown at different film festivals, but eventually they did all get cut together, I believe, in 2015. I think the first one came out, the first short came out in 2012. It's been, like I said, I've seen it twice, and 3 years apart was how long it took for me to watch it again. Now, granted, that's because I couldn't find it for a second viewing. It was on Netflix at one point, which I watched it originally. Not on Netflix anymore. I can't find it on iTunes anymore. It's not there. I finally found it on Vimeo, an app called Vimeo. I'd never heard of it before. I'd never used it before, but that's where it has the movie. And if you want to watch it, download the Vimeo app. That's probably the best place to get it. If I wanted to watch a movie that's gonna make me think and that's gonna leave me feeling an emotion I really don't want to feel, I'm gonna pick It's Such a Beautiful Day 10 times out of 10. It's fun to watch. It's sad to watch. It's funny. There are some really humorous parts in the movie. No lie.
In the supermarket, Bill was always very careful to select fruit from only the back of the produce piles, as the fruit in the front was at crotch level to the other customers.
But then you just get slapped in the face with something really sad, or honestly kind of scary, and it leaves you confused, and you're questioning this guy's life, and if he's sane, or if he's going mad, if he's going crazy. And it's so interesting. It's so fun to watch. I've repeated myself a lot, but that's just because I don't want to give too much away. So I'm stuck here saying the same things over and over and over. And yeah, honestly, that's about it. I did not want this video to be a long one, because this video exists for the sole purpose of making this movie known. Not a lot of people know about it, and it deserves to have a spot in everybody's head, whether they want it there or not. And you know what? With all that being said, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's definitely on the shorter side, I rambled a lot, and I didn't really put a script together for this video just because I just wanted to give my emotions and opinions on it and everything. If you like this video, please give it a like. Think about subscribing if you haven't already. And once again, for the final time, check out It's Such a Beautiful Day. Whether you rent it or buy it or you just watch some clips of it on YouTube. I guarantee you, you won't regret it. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next time.
The pipe is leaking. The pipe is leaking.